Hello and welcome to the Northern Section Women's D2 Basketball Championship on PlayOnSports.com. It's the PlayOnSports.com pregame show live from Acker Gym in Chico, California. I'm Nick Dobis with Bo Fertig on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's championship matchup features a crosstown showdown between the Pleasant Valley Vikings against the Chico Panthers. Pleasant Valley comes into tonight's D2 championship game with an overall record of 17-9, while the Chico High enters with a record of 13-6. Bo, it's a pleasure once again to be right by your side.
I appreciate that, Nick. You as well, me as well. It's going to be an exciting matchup right here. I mean, these two teams know each other very well. They travel well. The fans know what this game's about. Pleasant Valley getting the best of Chico, winning the last 4 out of 5, last 7 out of 8. So Chico has a little redemption.
Yeah, they have a little bit of redemption. The Vikings are 2-1 versus Chico this season. The Panthers blowing out the Vikings 61-45 in their first meeting, but the Vikings have won handily 48-43 in round 2 and winning that third bout 64-57. So, Bo, what do you think are some of the key matchups here going into this game?
At this point in the season, it's all about execution. The legs are tired, players are tired, they're playing consecutive days, every other day, and it's the tournament. It's the style of play that you get down this stretch. So executing. Which team is going to execute better on offense, create more turnovers, and the team that can shoot the ball best.
Right you are, Bo. Let's look at some notable players here. For the Vikings, we have Jessica Galloway averaging 13 points and 7 rebounds a game, as well as shooting 50% from the floor, leading her team. Also for the Vikings is McKenna Barker averaging 2 assists and 1 block a game. And Brittany Unin had 24 points, including three-pointers in the second half to seal the deal in their last win over Chico in February. For the Panthers, it is all about Nina Holmes, averaging 11.6 points a game, as well as nearly 3 assists a game. And she's going to need a lot of help from Mari Thomas as well. 4.1 rebounds a game, shooting 36% from three-point land, and really carried the Panthers in all facets of their meeting last time. And you can tell that this stadium is filling up very nicely here. I think, even though the Chico men's college team has turned it around, I don't think they really appreciate this turnout here tonight.
Right, and you talked about three-pointers. We've seen a few girls' championship games before this, and the team that shot the best from beyond the arc were the convincing winners. So we'll see how that pans out this time around.
I think so. I think three-point shooting will be the key. Also rebounding as well. The Vikings are averaging 30 rebounds a game, while the Panthers are only snagging 17 boards a game, so they're going to have to pick up the effort there.
Well, when you make some shots, you don't have to rebound as much, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see if that's the case here tonight. Well, folks, that's going to do it for tonight's Play On Sports pregame show. We'll be right back with the opening tip in just a few minutes. It's the Northern Section Women's Basketball Championships on PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here. And we welcome you back to the Northern Section Division II Women's Basketball Championships on PlayOnSports.com, coming to you live from Chico, California. I'm Nick Dobis alongside Bo Furtick on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's matchup features the 17-9 Vikings of Pleasant Valley against the 13-6 Panthers of Chico High. Let's get you those starting lineups. For the Vikings, we have Izzy Bonacorsi at number 3, number 14, Jessica Galloway, number 20, Brittany Yunan, number 23, McKenna Barker, and number 32, Natalie Makel. For the Panthers tonight, it's number 11, Desi McKinney, number 12, Stephanie Ovitz, number 13, Jessica Sybil, number 22, Nina Holmes, and number 23, Mari Thomas. And the teams are getting set here, getting ready for the opening tip. Fans settling in, getting the last popcorn purchases in before we get locked and loaded here in Chico. And there's the opening tip, won by the Panthers, and they off to the races. Out of bounds right away, first turnover charge to the Panthers.
We'll see which team can control the pace early. We've seen in previous games today, the team that can control the pace early has a better shot of winning it.
Makel swings it back to the right side. Vikings looking to go on the inside. They have Barker, who kicks it outside. Three-pointer off the mark. Nice rebound there by Makel. But the Panthers retain possession. McKinney dribbles. Finds Roman on the inside. Nice drive to the inside. And that's Nina Holmes with a nice drive in the first points of the game.
So far, the guards have displayed quickness from Chico. Pleasant Valley, little difficulties picking up their man on defense.
Vikings looked inside, but it's poked away nicely by the Panthers, and we have another fast break here.
Oh, nice look.
Very nice look and very nice bucket right there. And that's Jessica Seibel scoring her first points of the game, and the Panthers are off and running. Vikings looking for their first points of the game. Barker kicks it to the outside. Vikings trying to probe that free throw line, but getting none of it. Panthers with another turnover, and they are once again off to the races. And coast to coast, but no good on the layup there by Nina Holmes. Vikings quickly back the other way. Decide to slow up the pace a little bit, catch their breaths. On the inside there, the Galloway.
Blocked.
And she is blocked nicely right there. Panthers playing very stout defense here in these opening minutes.
Well, Pleasant Valley is trying to establish the down-low game. On each possession, they've tried to go down low to their bigs. Chico just doing a good job defending it.
Union on the inside finds Jessica Galloway, and they score their first points.
Good job by Galloway and pivoting into her defender, scooting her back, getting the open look on the box.
Panthers have been running a lot of fast break. Let's see what they can do in the half court. On the outside to Ovitz. Holmes dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it back out to Seibel. Seibel swings it. Another dribble penetration. Ball is loose. Vikings come up with it. And it looks like Bonacossi couldn't come up with it. Panthers counterattack. They're going to set up their offense. Holmes probing. Can't find it. McKinney thinks about the three. And that's going to be a nice two-pointer right there for for Mari Thomas.
Nice look by Thomas right there. Pretty looking shot, elevating on it with the easy bucket. Chico up early.
Yunan finds her woman on the inside, and it's Jessica Galloway with another layup.
Galloway establishing down low presence here early with the first 4 points for Pleasant Valley.
Chico goes on the inside to Stephanie Ovitz. She can't connect. Rebounded nicely right there by Barker. Vikings a little precarious with the ball, and it's stolen. Fast break opportunity, still alive. No, taken away nicely there by McKenna Barker.
Good job by Union in staying back on defense and creating a difficult shot in transition.
Union finds her lady on the outside, and that is Izzy Bonacorsi with the first triple of the game.
And Pleasant Valley with their first lead, 4:20 remaining in the first. We'll see how Chico responds.
Panthers have had some nice guard play here in the opening minutes. 4:08 left to play. Panthers up by 1 in the first period. Nice drive, and it's going to be a foul. And it's going to be on Jessica Galloway. She picks up her first.
Good job by Galloway. She had the position, but she reached in. She shouldn't have reached in. When you get to that point, you get to that level, you got to put your hands straight up. She thought she could steal the ball, but nonetheless, Chico at the line.
Mari Thomas shooting the first free throws of the game. A little discussion at the table between the officials, and they'll have a little mini conference at the key.
The one thing I liked about Galloway on that last defensive possession, even though she created the foul, she was the help defender. That wasn't her man. She went away from her man, rubbed off, and tried to pick up the ball handler, just unfortunately fouled her.
Certainly didn't give Thomas an easy look as she makes her first free throw.
Yeah, Galloway will definitely make you work for buckets down low. That's one thing.
Thomas misses the first, rebounded nicely right there by Barker. Ball is brought up by Yunnan. Vikings pro the inside, nice inside move, can't connect, rebounded nicely by the Panthers. And it's brought up the court by Desi McKinney. McKinney finds Holmes, who drives to the inside, can't connect on the layup. Rebounded by the Vikings. They look for a fast break opportunity. And it looks like there's some confusion there, but a little bit of magic, and Jessica Galloway comes up with yet another layup.
Galloway, 6 of the 9 points for Pleasant Valley here in the first.
Panthers looking for an opportunity here. Another deep ball, and that's going to be
Thomas again.
Mari Thomas lighting up the scoreboard. And the Panthers are up 11-9 with 3:07 left to go. Vikings, though, keeping on the onslaught. Ooh. Nice pass right there, and Galloway blows the layup. She sticks with it, and tries to connect with the reverse, but couldn't get it. Panthers on the attack once again.
Oh, nice fake, nice dish.
Very nice fake. Nice look right there. And that is Stephanie Ovitz picking up a bucket. And Coach, and the Vikings are going to call an early timeout right there. So 2:46 left to play in the first. The Panthers keeping up a fast pace, winning 13-9.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SPB.
2:46 left to play in the first quarter. And both Panthers have set a very fast pace, but Galloway has helped the Vikings stay in it.
It's been the easy buckets down low. Galloway dominating the paint right now for the Panthers. She currently has half of their points, 6 of their 12, and she was the spark to this start.
Yunnan will bring the ball up, passes it to the right wing. Makel looks to the inside, nothing there. Ball brought back up to the top. Makel looks, gives it to Bonacorsi. Ball stripped away. Panthers on the run again. And it's Nina Holmes who kicks it to the outside. Jump shot doesn't get the friendly bounce, and the Vikings get the rebound. The Vikings turn to go on the onslaught. Very nice dish right there. Can't connect on the layup once again, and it will be. Looks like it's going to be Panthers ball.
Little too strong off the backboard, but the bigs running it for Pleasant Valley, that's impressive.
Yeah, that might give Chico some fits throughout this game as the Panthers bring the ball up. Seibel. Kick out to the corner. Jump shot way off the mark there. Rebounded nicely by the Vikings. And the bigs once again running the court. Can't connect yet again on the layup, and there's a scramble for the ball. And it'll be Panthers ball once again. Nice job right there by Mari Thomas to get back on defense and force the turnover.
Mari Thomas offensively has been really the only spark for Chico, and defensively, she got back contending that shot, creating that turnover.
Less than 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Seibel probing the right side, throws up a little layup there, nothing going. Vikings looking again to stretch the court. Caught nicely there by Joyce. And there's a tumble for the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball. And the Vikings will retain a possession, but good effort there by both players.
Pleasant Valley really stretching the court here early with the long passes, getting their heads up quickly, trying to get quick buckets in transition.
Ball will be taken underneath the basket. Taken to the outside to the Bonacossi. She slips. And it's going to be a jump ball, and it'll be Panthers with 1:10 left to play. Chico holding on to a 3-point lead, 12-9. Both teams trying to stretch the court here early in this first quarter. Seibel kicks it to the outside. Nice dribble to the inside by Holmes. Can't connect. And the air ball will make it the Vikings' possession.
Pleasant Valley contesting every shot once the Panthers get inside the key. And that's exactly what Coach Ardrey sees, and he calls the timeout because of it. Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
54 seconds left to play in the opening quarter here. Panthers still holding on to a 3-point lead as the Vikings bring the ball up. It's going to be Unin passing it to Bonacossi. Bonacossi looks to the weak side. Nice lob pass, blocked nicely by the Panthers, but they stay with it, and the Vikings get another bucket via Dominique Jackson. Panthers bring the ball up quickly. 31 seconds on the clock, and they get a sloppy turnover there.
Good job by Pleasant Valley getting back on transition defense. Chico trying to push the tempo, but because Pleasant Valley got back quickly, created the turnover.
Unin with the ball with 23 left to play in the first quarter. She drives the right side, picks up a nice screen. Good roll, and Galloway with a nice pick and roll there to add another layup to her total.
That's probably one of the nicest pick and rolls I've seen all tournament.
Panthers looking to stymie the run here by the Vikings. Shot in the outside, and it's good.
Again.
And that was Mari Thomas who ends the quarter with a nice 18-footer as the Panthers retain a 1-point lead here after one. Chico 14, Pleasant Valley 13. And both teams not hesitating to score points here in this first quarter.
Well, Mari Thomas with 7 points, all coming from the outside. She had that 1 3-pointer and 2 18-footers. She has great lift on her shot and great rotation. A pure shooter, no doubt. And she's the reason 7 of the 13 points, coming from her hand. It's keeping Chico in this game.
We've noticed that both teams have really tried to stretch the court. And we've noticed that the bigs from Pleasant Valley have really ran the court well. Just on an initial glance, who do you think can keep that pace the best as we head into the second quarter?
What a great asset. What a great characteristic to have for Pleasant Valley. If you're Coach Reynolds, to have your bigs running the court like that, it's only going to prove well down the stretch. I haven't seen too many substitutions, so I'm not too sure as far as the depth goes of which team will prove best down the stretch with tired legs. But Pleasant Valley thus far controlling the tempo. Close game though.
Very close game indeed here as we get the second quarter kicked off. In Pleasant Valley, we'll start with the ball. Yunan dribbles to the right side. Gives it to Joyce. Joyce finds Galloway. She has to kick it back out. 3-pointer, just short. And the Panthers, interesting move there by Thomas, but she gets the ball back and then Panthers being a little precarious with the ball here in the start of the second quarter. Nice drive on the inside by McKinney. And that shot is no good. Nice rebound there, and looks like the Panthers are going to pick up a cheap foul there. And looks like it's going to be Stephanie Ovitz who picks up her. Looks like she picks up her first foul.
We'll have a substitution. Coming in, number 15, Kelsey Hughes, giving McKinney a breather.
Yunnan at the point, favoring that right side. Finds Seibert. Back to Jackson.
Poked away. Good defense by Chico right there.
Panthers have had very busy hands here in this first half, holding on to a 1-point lead with 7:06 left to play in the second. Oh, very nifty move there. And they connect for a nice layup. Very nifty behind the back move there by Nina Holmes. Yunnan looks to the right side for McKinney. Excuse me, Joyce. Vikings trying to look to the inside. Panthers doing a good job keeping the ball out. Yunnan probing, can't find it. 8 on the shot clock. Stolen away there nicely by Ovitz.
Nice
who
look.
Finds her woman up, and doesn't get the free throw, but she'll take a trip to the charity line. And that was Nina Holmes, once again very busy on the full court right there.
Nice look by the big Stephanie Ovitz. Taking the ball, controlling the tempo, dishing it off to her guard. Usually you see a guard make a play like that, but we've seen some exceptional play from both teams' bigs here in the first half.
That would be the first foul on Joyce as Holmes makes her first free throw. Second attempt, also good.
A minute and a half into this second quarter, and Chico on a small 4-0 run.
Panthers certainly trying to grab back the momentum that Pleasant Valley had towards the end of the first quarter. Inside look to Jackson, not there, and Panthers will take the ball back.
It seems like since Chico's gone on this run, Pleasant Valley really hasn't found themselves. They've had a difficult time on offense, just looking a little lethargic, not too sure of themselves.
Looks like Barker will check into the game. Panthers bring the ball up. Drive to the inside, kick out to Thomas, who kicks it out to Seibel. Panthers trying to work the dribble drive gang. Holmes outside to Seibel, who jumps, and she gets the friendly bounce there for the two-pointer.
The one-hand jumper, you don't see that too often. It's because of defense from Bona Corsi. Nice finish, though.
Seibert back out to Yunnan. Yunnan back out to Seibert. Dribbles in the inside, too strong. And it's going to be rebounded nicely there. Panthers on the move again, just a bit outside on that pass there, but they are really forcing the issue right now.
Nina Holmes could have did two things right there. She could have either took that one up herself, created the foul, or pulled it back. She really didn't have the numbers or the passing lane to give that one up.
5:24 left to play in the second. Panthers extend their lead 20-13. Jackson on the top of the key, swings it to the left side. She'll take a three, just off the mark. Rebounded nicely there by Mari Thomas. Holmes, excuse me, that was Thomas bringing the ball up. She'll pass it to Holmes. Holmes dribbling the right side, kicks it outside. Another 18-footer, and she'll airball it. Rebounded nicely there by Jackson. Jackson to Yunnan, outside to Seibert. Back to Yunnan, she'll try the three-pointer, just a bit to the right.
Oh.
Nice rebound by Galloway. Yunnan looking for the cut there, but Panthers sniff it out.
Nice interception by Ovitz. She's controlled the game down low for Chico.
Seibel gives to Thomas. She'll try a three-pointer, and just off the mark as well. Rebounded nicely by the Panthers, stolen away by Barker. And Coach Bodge will take a timeout here. Obviously not liking what he's seen so far.
Yeah, 4:26 left in this second quarter, and Pleasant Valley still yet to find a bucket or a point. here. Chico, 6 points, so not a big difference, only up by 7 right now, but Pleasant Valley just unable to find an offensive groove right now. They're just, the spacing is a little out of whack. They're not too sure of themselves, and I guarantee you that's exactly what Coach Bodge is telling them right now. We've been in this situation before. Relax. Let's do some good things.
Yeah, just relax. This is a team that you're very familiar with. You're not going to get any surprises. So, as you said, relax and play that game.
Chico doing a good job. It's been a culmination of players for Chico. Marie Thomas with great outside shooting to start the first half. Nina Holmes, productive. And I would like to talk about Stephanie Ovitz, who offensively and defensively is doing it out. She's taking some outside shots. She's being brave from the outside. It hasn't fared well for her. I'd like to see her scoot in a little bit more, but nonetheless, she's done well for the bigs from Chico.
She certainly has. Very much has had an impact on the defensive end of the court as we get underway here with 4:23 left to play in the second. Chico still holding on to that 7-point lead. Vikings looking to the inside of Jackson. She'll pump fake. Goes up with it. Just short, might have been tipped. And it will be Panthers ball. Very nice defense. Panthers have done a very nice job containing that inside game.
And that was Mari Thomas right there contending that shot. She's given up a couple inches, so for her to do that defensively bodes well for them.
Holmes kicks it to the outside. Not a friendly bounce there. Vikings fight for the rebound, and they get out and running.
2-on-1.
Seibert finds a nice pass. Ooh, and it looks like Galloway is going to take a tough foul there. No ill will intentions there. I think that was just a tough play just to get the foul, put her on the free throw line.
Nina Holmes storming down the court. I almost could have swore I saw fire coming from her shoes. She knocked the ball into the wall, and the ball, rolled all the way across the midcourt to our table, 3/4 of the way down. So that's how fast she was going.
Certainly heading down the court in a vengeance as Galloway misses her first free throw. Galloway has really been everything on the inside for the Vikings so far.
Yeah, she got it going early for him, but she's had a difficult time that Chico's starting to realize that they need to collapse on her earlier.
Galloway makes the back end of the front of the free throws there. 3:49 left to play. Panthers up 20-14.
And that was the first point for Pleasant Valley. Almost 5 minutes into the second quarter. Good job defensively by Chico. Ooh.
Very nice drive there. And that is Mari Thomas doing what she does best, which is driving into that key.
Mari Thomas from the outside showing the quickness to get inside. Very impressed by this young guard from Chico.
Seibert around the right side. They look inside to Jackson. Jackson pump fakes once again, and she is having a tough time getting those to connect.
And Mari Thomas defending Jackson. Jackson knows, she sees the obvious advantage, but Mari Thomas doing a good job down low.
Thomas looks in the inside to Ovitz. And Ovitz trying to find her range right there, but she'll take a nice trip to the free throw line.
And that's where I want to see Ovitz catching the ball, somewhere near the key where she could get one dribble and go straight up. That is more in her zone, more in her shooting range.
And that's going to be the second foul on Jones. Second foul on Yunnan. And she might be coming out of the game, which it looks like that's the case right now. And it looks like we're going to have Christina Joyce check in the game. And she misses both free throws. Rebounded nicely, though. Almost gets it to go, but she'll go back to the charity stripe.
How did Ovitz get that ball back? I understand it was a loose ball, but with 6 players in the key, Ovitz being the 7 at the charity line, somehow comes up with that.
Ovitz putting in a great effort here so far. She makes the first of 2 free throws. Just over 3 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Chico 23, Pleasant Valley 14.
5 minutes into the second quarter, and Chico on a 9-1 run.
And the Panthers get caught with their hands in the cookie jar, getting in the lane a little bit too quick right there.
Ovitz tried to follow one up again. This time got caught crossing the free throw line a little too quickly.
Yunnan getting some instructions from her coach. She'll bring the ball up, dribbles the right side, nice Screen by Galloway. Jackson on top. Back to Yunnan. Inside to Galloway. Jackson will take the 16-footer just short. Rebounded nicely by Ovitz. Panthers will bring the ball up. Mari Thomas probing. Kicks it to McKinney. Seibel kicks it back out. McKinney, nice effort to keep the ball alive there.
10 on the shot clock.
Looks inside to Ovitz, but stolen away nicely by Galloway. Yunnan brings the ball up. 2:10 left to play here in the second quarter. Panthers trying to get that inside game going. Jackson, nice 15-footer. Looks like it might have been blocked there. And it's going to be out of bounds on the Panthers. Vikings retain possession.
Once again, it's Ovitz contending the shot, making it difficult for these Pleasant Valley bigs to get an easy look.
Outside to Jackson. We're swinging it back. And it's going to be a three. No good. Weak side rebound by Galloway. She'll kick it to Jackson for the 16-footer. No good. Rebounded by Ovitz.
Ovitz, offensively and defensively, doing it right now for Chico.
McKinney dribbling the left side. Looks outside to Ovitz. She'll kick it inside, and she just took too many steps right there. Right idea. Just needed to put the ball on the floor first.
Once again, Jessica Galloway with the help defense. She got away from her man, Ovitz, and stepped in front of the defender and created the turnover.
Ovitz and Galloway have been very disruptive for their respective opponents so far in this first half. Less than 90 seconds to play here in quarter number 2. Panthers up 23-14.
The Vikings still looking for their first bucket here in the second quarter.
Nice try by Cyber. Kicks out to Yunnan. She'll go for three. Doesn't get quite the friendly bounce she wanted. Hits off the top, and it will be out of bounds. Panthers ball.
And the first bucket nullified. Oh, that hurts if you're a Viking fan.
That's just kind of the way it's gone for the Vikings here in the second quarter, but they're still very much in this game. Stolen nicely there by Seibert. She's trapped there in the backcourt. Yunnan will help her out. Gets it to the outside. Nice drive by Makel. Doesn't connect. Galloway with the rebound, and she'll put in an easy layup. Galloway has certainly been Johnny on the spot. Panthers with 42 seconds left to play. Deep three just off the mark. Rebounded nicely by Galloway. Galloway will get to Yunnan. She looks to force the issue here. Kicks it to the outside. It's going to be a two-pointer just short. Panthers with 28 seconds left to play will leisurely bring the ball up. Likely look for the last shot here. Shot clock and play clock almost identical.
Oh, good defense.
Off of Yunnan's foot. Vikings will retain ball. 13 left to play.
High percentage shot. Create a high percentage shot. She's going to keep going in the lane.
Yeah, she had a wide open look there. Seibert will look for the two. Off the mark. Rebounded by Galloway. One to play. Doesn't get it to go. And that will do it. And that is the end of the first half of play, with the Chico Panthers leading the Pleasant Valley Vikings by a score of 23-16. We'll be back in a few moments with the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. Don't go anywhere. It's the Northern Section Women's Basketball Championships on PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here. And welcome to the PlayOnSports.com mini halftime show coming to you from Acker Gym in Chico, California. I'm Nick Dobis alongside my partner, Bo Fertig. Our halftime score is the Chico Panthers 23, the Pleasant Valley Vikings 16. So, Bo, even though the Vikings went on a bit of a scoring drought there in the second quarter, they still are very much in this game.
Yeah, they controlled the game early, but it was the hot shooting of Mary Thomas, however you want to say, 10 points, the only player from Chico in double digits. Alongside her, Nina Holmes with 6. Seibel has 4, and Ovitz with 3, shooting 4 of 8 from the line, 8 attempts from the line compared to Pleasant Valley's 2. So it just shows you the style of play Chico is trying to play. They're trying to get inside the paint to create the foul. And on the other side, Jessica Galloway has been the shining light for the Vikings with 11 points, leading all scorers. Izzy Bonacorsi with a triple, Dominique Jackson with a bucket. But like I said, only 2 free throw attempts. They're going to need to change that here in the second half.
You're certainly right. And Mari Thomas and Jessica Galloway definitely jousting right now for that player of the game position as well as that section title game. And it looks like for our starting 5 coming on the court, it's going to be Yunnan, Makel, Bonacorsi, Barker, and Jessica Galloway, same starting 5. Panthers will start off with the ball. They'll be fielding Mari Thomas, as well as Desi McKinney, Jessica Seibel, Stephanie Ovitz, who has had a very nice all-around game as well as Desi McKinney. And we are underway here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, Ovitz only with 4 points, but she's done it defensively for Chico.
Holmes looking to the inside of Ovitz on the corner. She'll drive the left side. Nothing working there. Kick it back outside Thomas. Thomas drives the right side, gets blocked. Picked up nicely by Galloway, and the Vikings are off and running.
They're calling that a block. That almost looked like a foul from this position. But we are sitting.
Vikings looking for the inside. Galloway thinks about it, drives instead. Just gets the friendly roll to go in, and she picks up another layup. Very nice finish there by Galloway.
Good job by Galloway, taking one bounce straight up strong.
Vikings come up with another turnover here, looking to shift the tide in their favor. It's going to be back inside of Galloway. She dribbles. Nice little baby hook right there, and Galloway is right back on track.
She got it going early for them in the first quarter, the first 4 points. The beginning of the third quarter, the same thing.
Yeah, Coach Artie not very happy to see Galloway get those 2 quick, easy buckets. And if you're the Panthers, what do you do to try to neutralize Galloway down low?
Well, a lot of it was Ovitz, but now they're starting to isolate her down low, speaking of Galloway. So Chico not allowed to bring that help defense because they're isolating them down low. Galloway is just getting good position. So if you're Ovitz, you almost have to front Galloway, not allowing her to get the ball that low near the bucket, because all it takes is a little turnaround jumper. You saw the baby hook. You don't see that too often at this level, and it's a lot easier when you're that close. Enjoy Play On Sports live coverage of championship basketball from around California as we hit the section and state championships. March Madness will reign as we bring you all the action from across the state. Join us for championship basketball coverage brought to you by your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
6:50 left to go in the third quarter. Vikings have cut the lead to 3. Panthers looking to get back on track. Holmes kicks it back. No going for McKinney. Drive to the inside. Tough foul, and it's going to be offensive. And it looks like that was Mari Thomas picking up her first personal foul of the game.
Great job by Thomas driving the lane tough, but Pleasant Valley was ready for it and anticipating that drive.
Yunnan with the ball. Kicks it to Galloway. She thinks about it. Kicks it back outside. Bonacorsi back to Yunnan. Yunnan on the inside. Nice dribble on the inside. They look to Galloway. She's double teamed. Breaks it. Looks for the reverse and connects. Galloway just playing on a different level right now as she has 6 points in this third quarter. Panthers looking to answer. Ovitz, she returns the volley there with a nice layup.
Yeah, talking about Galloway, down low, looked like she had nowhere to go, then spins away from 2 defenders. Great job, nice athleticism from the big.
Both teams putting a lot of points up in the early going in this third quarter. Panthers still with a 3-point lead. Galloway on the weak block, looks weak side, just a bit too strong. Rebounded nicely there by Thomas, who looks to go coast to coast and connects. Actually, looks like that was Nina Holmes with the basket right there.
Now with 8 points on the day. She averages 11, so she's 1 or 2 buckets away from her average.
And it's going to be a foul on the inside, and Galloway will take a trip to the charity line.
Pleasant Valley, as I mentioned during halftime, only 2 free throw attempts, and these 2 free throws will match the free throws from the first half.
And the foul looks like it's going to be on Mari Thomas, and she picks up her second foul. Still a lot of time left in this ball game. She's going to have to play a little bit more careful as Galloway misses the first free throw. Galloway, though, taking control of this ball game. And she misses both free throws right there. Rebounded nicely by Thomas. Holmes, the ball at the top of the key. Gives it outside Thomas. Kicks it to the wing. Holmes kicks it to the outside. And it looks like a nice little jumper there by Jessica Seibel, who has been very quiet since that 3-pointer earlier in the game. Seibert, excuse me. Vikings go back into Galloway, and why not? A little too strong in that layup there. Panthers look for the fast break, and it looks like one of the Vikings got caught on the inside.
That was an off-balance shot by Galloway, but it was all Ovitz right there creating the off-balance shot, making her go away from the basket, not giving up an easy look near the key.
Barker will pick up her first personal of the game. Panthers holding on to a lead right now. Vikings retain possession. Yunnan looks up, finds her woman, and she has trouble on the inside of the key. Tries to save it, but she'll throw it out of bounds. Good effort there by Barker, but she probably should have just gone up with it.
Yeah, she's just a little off balance right there. Fell to the ground, unfortunately for her. Just got feet tangled up.
Barker will come out of the game, and looks like Natalie Makel will come in for her. 4:08 left to play in the third quarter. Chico holding on to a 29-22 lead. Thomas looking. She gets backed out by Jackson. McKinney back out to Holmes. Holmes look at Ovitz. Nice give back. And Nina Holmes puts in a nice left-handed layup.
Nice give and go from Holmes and Ovitz. Holmes now with 10 points on the game.
Yunnan to Barker. Barker back out to Seibert. Excuse me, Bonacorsi. Bonacorsi gives it to Yunnan. Yunnan to Galloway. Back to Yunnan. She'll look for the three-pointer. Just off the mark. Rebounded by Ovitz. Ovitz will hand it off to McKinney. McKinney will bring the ball up for the Panthers. McKinney looks to the weak side to Holmes. Holmes kicked out to Ovitz. Has been looking for that shot all day, but hasn't really gotten it. And Seibert, Bonacorsi will come up with the rebound, but fight for the ball. And it looks like Pleasant Valley will retain possession. Makel will come out of the game. And it looks like, I'll get you that sub in a second as Yunnan brings the ball up. Yunnan to the left wing. And looks like we have an offensive foul away from the ball.
Little frustration settling in for Dominique Jackson. Her second personal foul and the team's second.
That's a tough foul. Try to be aggressive there, but can't pick up a foul like that away from the ball, as it's like Thomas gets a little off balance. Three-pointer up, no good. The struggle for the ball, and looks like we have yet another jump ball, and it's going to stay Panthers.
Desi McKinney standing at 5'6", one of the smallest players on the court, doing the dirty work for Chico down low.
Barker will come back in the ball game for Dominique Jackson. Panthers retain possession on the jump ball. Kick to the outside there by McKinney. Drives right. Deflected the outside but saved. And it looks like too many steps there by Nina Holmes. Another turnover here for the Panthers. 2:28 left to play in the third quarter. Panthers up 31-22. Vikings made a push earlier in the third quarter, but the Panthers have weathered the storm so far. Yunnan to the right side, dribbles back in. Kicks out to Seibert. Seibert drives the right side, and she's going to pick up a reaching foul right there. And we'll see who the personal foul is, as the Vikings will take the ball underneath. And it will be Christina Joyce. No, excuse me, Desi McKinney. Let me get my roster straight here. Desi McKinney will pick up her first foul of the game.
Coming in for McKinney is Kelsey Hughes to give her a breather.
And Yunnan will look for three. She's been just off on those today. Loose ball right there, but picked up by the Panthers.
Good job by Chico, not allowing second chance opportunities for Pleasant Valley.
Thomas kicks to the outside. Nice drive on the inside. Seibel can't connect. Pleasant Valley will come back the other way. They look to Galloway to the inside. She's not open. They finally get it to her. She is double teamed, goes up, blocked nicely there by Thomas.
What a great player to coach. If you're Coach Ardrey of Chico, Thomas, great outside shot, but guards the bigs as well. It's really unheard of at this level.
Driving the inside, ball fumble picked up by the Panthers, and it's off to the races there. Holmes picked off by Yunnan. Ball is loose. Panthers retain it, up by Thomas, just off the mark. And it looks like it'll be Pleasant Valley ball. 1:27 left to play in the third quarter. Panthers still up 31-22.
I understand the urgency by Thomas right there and getting that short look.
Shot up, air ball.
Talking about short looks. Chico really denying Pleasant Valley of good looks inside the key, and because of it, it's really extending that Pleasant Valley offense, and they're taking longer shots than wanted.
Holmes will bring the ball up with 1:13 left to play in the third. Kicks it out to the outside to Seibert. Seibert kicks it to Holmes. Holmes just off the mark. She'll get her own rebound. And loose ball. Looks like the officials are going to give it to Pleasant Valley. I thought they were going to talk about it there for a second, but I think they might have made the right call.
1:02 remaining. We'll see how Pleasant Valley ends this third quarter. Down 9.
Yunnan drives the right side. Nice pick by Galloway. Yunnan's got the wide open shot. Just in and out. Picked up nicely there.
Everyone is crashing the boards for Chico. It's just not one or two players. Everyone, once the shot goes up, is crashing the boards.
Thomas dribbles the right side, turns back in, has a nice little 6-footer, and connects. Very nice little spin move to give herself the open shot.
After leading all Chico scorers with 10 in the first half, that's her first bucket in the third, but extends the lead to double digits.
Vikings trying to look for an easy bucket, and they do, and that looks like that was Barker on the weak side. 15 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Panthers look to extend their lead right before the end of the quarter. Ovid stays with it and connects on the layup. Very nice job by Ovid to stay with it and put it in. 1 to play. And that's going to do it here for the third quarter of play. Pleasant Valley struggling. Had a chance there earlier in the third quarter, but they are still down 24-35 to the Panthers of Chico High School as we head into the fourth quarter.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying right now? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SPB.
As we enter the fourth quarter, Pleasant Valley is down by 11 points here. Bo, they had a nice push there to start the third quarter, but then the Panthers kind of came back. What do the Vikings need to do in order to find that momentum again and make this a close ball game?
Well, they got back into that game and cut it close from the buckets of Jessica Galloway. She really is the spark of this team down low. But Chico, just like in the first half, they responded well to Jessica Galloway, and they started collapsing on her, bringing an extra defender, making Pleasant Valley use multiple players on offense, not just Galloway.
I think the Panthers have definitely picked up the team effort here. Even though Thomas only had 2 points, a lot of Panthers contributed in that third quarter. And we are underway here in the fourth. Panthers up 35-24, and it's going to start off with a turnover for the Vikings, and that's not a good start to the quarter.
Like I said earlier, Chico really making that Pleasant Valley offense extend. Chico, each quarter, has outscored Pleasant Valley.
Panthers here looking to upset the number 1 seed. Thomas drives the right side. Lazy pass there. Great effort. Scramble for the ball. Still fighting over it, and it's picked up by the Panthers, who looks weak side to Ovitz, and she puts it in. What a sequence that was for the Panthers right there as Ovitz picks up another bucket.
Now with 9 points, Ovitz, what a difficult shot from the left side. Arcs her body backwards to get a good angle at the glass. And now Chico with their largest lead of the game, up by 13.
Yeah, and Coach Reynolds will take a timeout there to kind of rally the troops after that loose ball. Good effort there, just the ball didn't really bounce their way for the Vikings.
10 players on the court, half of those players were diving for the ball. And unfortunately for Pleasant Valley, Chico just got to the ball a little quicker.
Yeah, very strong finish there by Ovitz. I think it was Desi McKinney who had the nice lob pass to the weak side to really open it up for them.
Ovitz had 3 points in the first half. She has 6 here in the second, but it's been her defensive play, not allowing Pleasant Valley to get easy looks down low.
7:18 left to play in the fourth. Chico extends their lead 37-24. Vikings really need to make a push here in the coming minutes. Barker looks inside the Galloway, poked away nicely by Holmes. Holmes kicks it to Thomas, connects for 3.
She's money.
And Mari Thomas finds the 3-pointer.
Wide open look for Thomas, now with 15 points, leading all scorers.
And a nice 18-footer there. And it looks like that was Christina Joyce making her name known.
Well, Pleasant Valley is going to need some offense from other players other than Galloway.
Holmes kicks it out to Ovitz, has trouble, saves it. Looks like her toe was just on the line. Panthers will retain possession. 6:28 left to play. Chico extends their lead 40-26.
What Chico's doing on defense right now, whenever Galloway is inside the key or anywhere near the key, they're doubling up on her. Pleasant Valley still trying to get her the ball.
Yunan kicks it out to McKinney. Inside to Galloway, and that's the connection they really need to make. Another beautiful bucket there by Galloway.
Well, Galloway rubbed off the pick, a good pick. I believe it was by Yunan. Wide open 10-foot jumper.
Another 3-pointer for the Panthers. Off the mark, rebounded by Galloway.
Nice box out by Galloway on Ovitz.
Vikings will look. Oh, just a right thought, but just wasn't there for the Vikings.
Yeah, they're down 12, just under 6 minutes remaining, and they're trying to force the action a little bit, but you want to be under control right there. Not the best pass in that moment in time with the spacing the way it was.
Holmes will bring up the ball for the Panthers. She'll test Yunan. Kicks it out to Thomas. She'll probe. Nothing going there. Long 2-pointer, no good. Rebounded nicely by Barker. Yunan will bring the ball up as the Vikings get set in their offense. McKinney looks at the high post, connects. Long 3, no good. And loose ball once again. It's going to be a jump ball. I'll tell you what, Bo, these ladies are really vying for those 50-50 balls
Well,
right now.
they know what they're playing for, a D2 championship. And if you're Chico, we mentioned pregame, they've lost the last 4 out of 5, lost last 7 out of 8. So they're due in a sense, but Chico, more than anybody else, wants to win this game tonight after losing the last 7 out of 8 in this championship game.
Panthers retain possession on the jump ball. Kick to the outside. She'll probe. Look inside to Holmes, not there. Outside to Thomas. Thomas. Kick it out to the wing. She'll drive in just a little bit off the mark. Rebounded nicely by Galloway. And looks like a Panther will pick up a cheap foul here.
Jessica Seibel having a difficult time here in the second half. Driving left. A great look, a great pick, but just unable to find the bucket.
And looks like it's Shukai who picks up her first personal of the game. Excuse me. That was Linton with her first personal of the game. Panthers retain possession, looking to force the issue here. Coast to coast, no good. But she'll take a trip to the free throw line.
Chico, the reason they're up by a dozen right now is because anytime a ball handler from Pleasant Valley gets anywhere near the key, the hands are swiping. They're getting inside the lanes. They're grabbing the boards. Chico is winning this game because they're winning it inside the paint.
Holmes misses the first of 2. Looks like we're going to have the sub here for the Vikings as Barker comes in for Christina Joyce. You're certainly right, and I think the Panthers certainly haven't stopped pressing the issue. They haven't lost that intensity, which means they haven't given up that lead.
Right, there's still a lot of time left in this ballgame. Not even halfway through yet this fourth quarter.
Vikings snag the rebound. Yunnan will bring it up. Kicks outside to Barker, who drives the left side. Fouled hard, but she'll take a trip to the charity stripe. And we'll see who the personal foul is on right there.
Nice strong drive by Barker, the 6-foot junior.
It looks like it's Jessica Linton who picks up her second personal.
This is crucial, down 12.
Barker misses the front end of her 2 shots. And you're definitely right. They need all the free throws and points they can get with 4:33 left to play. Chico holding on to a 40-28 lead.
Chico with 5 team fouls right now, still a couple fouls away from putting Pleasant Valley in the bonus.
Barker connects on the second one. Holmes will bring it up for the Panthers. Looks to test it, kicks it to the outside to Seibert. Looks on the inside, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings. Yunnan will look up. Force it up there to Barker. Probes the inside, back to Yunnan. She'll look for 3 and connects. She's been itching for that three-pointer all game, and she finally gets it right there.
Right, and she's been on the mark all day, just a little off, a hair here, hair there, but she's getting it. We'll see how they respond.
Looks in, kicks it back outside. Thomas probing the left side. Kicks it inside to Ovitz, smacked away by Galloway, picked up by the Vikings. Vikings have cut it to 8 with 3:41 left to play. Barker on the inside just slips out of her hands, and the Panthers will retain possession.
Good defense by McClintock right there, and putting a body on her opponent and creating the turnover.
Yeah, it looked like Kaylee Shukai had a great opportunity there to make something happen on the inside. Ball just slipped out of her fingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show, where we will select our player of the game and have a live interview with that player. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
3:32 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Chico holding on to a 40-32 lead. They certainly haven't, as we mentioned, put their foot off the pedal. But it looks like the Vikings are trying to make something happen here late.
Well, Chico's doing a really good job defensively in getting back, not allowing easy buckets for Pleasant Valley. But Pleasant Valley, after that last 3, they might get in the groove of shooting the three. We'll see how that goes, but still a lot of time in this game. High percentage shot is crucial right now for both teams.
I think you're absolutely right. The Vikings need to take whatever open opportunities they can as Chico brings the ball in from half court. Ball driven to the outside. Thomas from the free throw line doesn't get it. Rebounded nicely there by Shukai. Shukai gets it to Yunnan, who'll bring it up. Looks to Barker. Barker tries to get it inside the Galloway, turns, and she'll pick up the foul on Ovitz.
Yeah, if you're Pleasant Valley, keep feeding Galloway down low. She's been fairly quiet in this fourth quarter, only with 2 points. She's missed a couple free throws as well, but keep feeding her the rock. Plenty of time left.
And it looks like that, Stephanie Ovitz is going to pick up her second foul, so she's got a few to play with as Galloway makes the front end of her free throws. It looks like we're going to have a substitution here as Jessica Seibel checks into the game.
McClintock did a good job in giving Seibel valuable rest on the bench. Good job by McClintock in coming in.
Galloway misses the second one. And loose ball. Seibel driving.
Down.
Too much traffic. Somehow Panthers hold on to it. Poked by Galloway. Panthers still hold on to it. Ovitz connects. Wow, I don't know how the Panthers held on to that ball, but luckily for them, Ovitz was there for the 18-footer.
Ovitz now in double digits with 11 points.
And it looks like Barker got a little too antsy on that left side. Got called for too many steps there. And that's a critical turnover. 2:52 left to play. Chico holding on to a 42-33 left.
You want to move at a quick pace, but you want to be under control as well.
Ovitz connects again, and she's picking up some critical buckets here, proving that she is clutch cargo.
13 points for Ovitz. And it's not even the offense that she's been doing it for Chico. It's been the defense of Ovitz that has proved vital and crucial down the stretch.
And Bodge Reynolds will take another timeout here. He's got one left to play with as we have 2:33 left to go in the fourth. Chico up 43-33 over their rivals, the Vikings.
Enjoy PlayOnSports.com's coverage live. Enjoy our live coverage of championship basketball from around California as we hit the section and state championships from places like San Jose, Oakland, Sacramento. Here at Chico, March Madness will reign as we bring you all the action from across the state and across the nation as well. Join us for championship basketball coverage brought to you by your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
2:33 left to play here. Chico holding on to a 44-33 lead. And I'll tell you what, Bo, this gym just keeps filling up as Chico and Pleasant Valley, the boys will tip off right after this.
Yeah, that should be an exciting game as well. This has been a surprising outcome, I guess you can say, with Pleasant Valley coming in as the number one seed, winning their last 7 out of 8. Chico has just played better overall. They played better in the paint, dominated down low, and it's one of the reasons why they're up by 11.
Vikings will look to cut the lead and make this thing interesting at the end. Galloway looks for Yunnan. She looks for a three. Not there. Bonacorsi back to Yunnan. She'll drive. Back to Bonacorsi. She'll try for three and connects. And the tides are starting to turn here for the Vikings.
Bonacorsi with her second triple on the game.
Vikings will go to man-to-man. Thomas Holmes actually will blow by her defender right there. It looks like it's going to be a foul on Pleasant Valley.
She just poked that one out. Remain Chico ball down low, 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Thank you, Bo.
That's why there's 2 of us.
Panthers are going to get called for the 5-second count there.
Wow.
Almost seemed like a quick 5 seconds there, but the official on top of it. And a critical turnover for the Panthers as with 2 minutes left, Vikings only down now 44-36. Galloway. Is that out to Yunnan, out to Barker. Barker drives the lane, goes up, connects! Barker with a nice one-handed floater. Panthers looking a little anxious here. Seibert kicks it back out. Oh, and an arid pass
I would call a timeout right here.
Yeah, Coach already thought about it, but he'll go back to the bench, letting his team ride the storm.
He trusts his team. Can't fault that.
1:32 left to play. Chico holding onto a 44-38 lead. Vikings on the warpath right now.
High percentage shot right here.
Barker poked away. Hold by Galloway. Kicks out to Yunnan. She'll drive the left side. No good. And there's going to be a jump ball. Vikings retain possession.
They were trying to get the ball down low to Galloway, but Ovitz doing a good job in fronting her man, not allowing Galloway to get the ball on the box.
Vikings get it to Galloway in the corner.
Look for the three right here.
Here's the trifecta. Connects! And the Vikings have caught fire here, making it a 3-point game with 1:04 left in the fourth. And Coach Artie, sensing the turn of the tide, has called a timeout here. And what a turn of events here, Bo. Unbelievable.
Bonacorsi now with 3 3-pointers on the game. That is a classic inbounds play. You bring it into your big. She shoots it out to the wing. The big comes down, gives a pick for the inbounder. That inbounder was Bonacorsi with the open look. We see that all the time, but that was ran to perfection right there, executed perfectly by Pleasant Valley.
Bonacorsi only had 1 3 in the first half. Comes up huge here in the fourth quarter with a couple of triples, as well as Yunnan with a triple earlier as well. So the Vikings catching that momentum when they most desperately need it.
Right, and you can tell Pleasant Valley was struggling offensively from the outside, and they were getting a little frustrated because of it. But when Bonacorsi hit that triple about at the halfway point, that's when the momentum started switching the other way. Now Chico only up, and this is the first time we've heard Pleasant Valley's fans all day.
The student body getting loud for their Vikings right now. Holmes trying to fend off Yunnan. She'll get away. She'll look, airballs it. Saved by Ovitz. And it's going to be a foul on Barker, it looks like, with 48.9 seconds left. And that's going to reset the shot clock as well.
No need to foul, but if you are Chico, you want to run this clock down. You want to run it down as far as you can. If you have the open look, you got to go for it.
Chico will have the ball.
About 19 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Ovitz swings it. Panthers looking to extend their lead. 20 on the shot clock. Thomas, no good, too strong. Panthers retain possession though. 13 on the shot clock. Ovitz turns inside, no good. Panthers still hold the ball. Shot clock turned off, 23 left to play.
They need to foul.
And Yunnan smartly does pick up that foul. Strong defense there by the Vikings, but just couldn't come up with the rebound.
Unfortunate, you gotta feel bad for these Pleasant Valley Vikings. But Chico just working harder down low, crashing the boards. All 5 players, when those shots were taken, were inside the key, maximizing the opportunity to get the offensive rebound. Back-to-back offensive rebounds. That's a backbreaker after playing great defense. That's tough. That's tough to swallow, Nick.
Folks, with 21 seconds left, I know I'm sure you have several windows open. Click off of Facebook, click off of Stumble Upon, and focus on this game right now. Because with 21 seconds left, the Vikings have brought it back to within 3. Chico has an opportunity to really force the issue here and make a couple of free throws. What do you expect the Vikings to set up in as they come down the court here with 21 seconds left?
Well, the Vikings are on defense right now, and they have 5 team fouls, so they're going to need to foul quickly. Hopefully get that down to about 15. Hopefully Chico misses the free throw on the first attempt, but you got to foul quick. You go for the steal first. Go for the steal first. If you don't get the steal, you got to foul.
Panthers will actually take the ball out right about half court, gets it inside of Ovitz. Galloway smartly fouls. 19.9 left to play. Chico dangling on to a 3-point lead. One more foul is going to put the Panthers in the bonus.
And they could feel the momentum. The momentum has switched to the Vikings. We'll see how they respond.
Vikings need to come up with a big turnover here. Ball inbounded to Thomas, and smartly fouled there, and that's going to put Thomas on the free throw line. 18 seconds on the dot left to play. Chico up by 3. Let's see if they can extend their lead here with some free throws by Mari Thomas.
If you're going to beat a team that's won the last 7 out of 8 against you, it's going to be tough, but you need to make these free throws.
Thomas showing she has ice waters in her veins as she makes the first, making it a 2-possession game. Let's see if she can connect on the second. And she does with the friendly roll.
Great job by Thomas. Thomas has played an exceptional game from the first quarter all the way to those last 2 free throws. Offensively, defensively, inside, outside. She is doing it all for this Panthers squad.
McKinney will check in for Hughes. Vikings need a quick bucket here to make this thing interesting. Yunnan. Barker just off the mark, and it hits the rope right there. Unfortunately, it will be, unfortunate for the Vikings, I should say, it will be Panthers ball with 7.3 left to play. And it looks like we're going to have another substitution as Hughes checks back into the game. Desi McKinney in for defense. Panthers look to get the ball in. Tried to foul, but they won't pick it up. And it looks like that may do it. The Panthers survived the onslaught by the Vikings, upsetting the number 1 seed to claim the Division II Northern Section Championship. Heck of a game there, Bo.
I'll tell you what, that was a great game. You expected Pleasant Valley to come down the stretch tough, but Chico responds well in the face of adversity, and they win the D2 championship game in the Northern Section.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to stay tuned to PlayOnSports.com for our post-game coverage. We'll wrap up all the action in our post-game show, and we'll have an interview with our player of the game. That's coming up in just a few moments. Once again, the Chico Panthers upset the Pleasant Valley Vikings by a score of 46-41 to win the Northern Section D2 championship. You followed the action on PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here. And welcome back to PlayOnSports.com coverage of Women's Basketball Championship. I'm joined by our player of the game, Mari Thomas of the Chico High Panthers. 17 points, 2 critical free throws at the end. How does it feel to be section champs, beating a team that's beat you twice out of 3 times this season?
It's so amazing because those other 2 times, they were terrible, I have to admit, but we knew that this is the one we had to get. Like, there was no other option. I was not losing, I know that for sure. And our team, we all knew that we weren't going to lose and that this is one that mattered most, especially for all us seniors out there.
Now, this award could have very gone to Ovitz as well. Talk about her great all-around performance.
Stephanie's always been great. She's our tall post that we love to have. She goes hard inside, and she's always getting those easy layups that we always bank on to get those easy points, and she works really hard, and I admire her.
Now, the Vikings kind of surged a little bit in that third quarter, and especially in the fourth quarter. What did Coach tell you guys to kind of, corral the troops and get you guys back on track?
Well, the past few, especially the PV games, we've had really bad third quarters. And we knew that it was time to pick it up, and he just kept telling us, like, this is all you have to do. Get that third quarter, and you're good. Like, I know you're in a slump the third quarter, and we just have to get out of it, and we'll be perfect. And
Mari, on the free throw line, up by 3 with just seconds left. What's kind of going through your mind right then?
I was shaking. I'm still shaking. I always know I can get those free throws. We practice them a lot, and I knew in the back of my head that I was going to get them, but it's always scary, especially that 3-point lead. I know they have some great 3-point shooters, so just getting those 2, if it's just that first one, I knew I was good. That second one was easy. Now
that you guys are section champs, you got the home game coming up in the state tournament next week. What do you feel that you guys kind of need to clean up or maybe sharpen heading into that state tourney next week?
Well, those teams are always really good. We need to make sure that we're taking care of the ball really well, be really smart. We can't even afford to throw the ball away or even fumble it at all because we know they're going to snatch them up and score easily, so we just have to work hard at keeping the ball in our hands.
All right, Mari, thank you so much. That was our player of the game, Mari Thomas of Chico High. Don't go anywhere. Play On Sports post-game show will continue in just a few moments. PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. And welcome back to Chico, California, and the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. I'm Nick Dobis alongside Bo Fertig, and we just saw the Chico Panthers upset the Pleasant Valley Vikings by a score of 46-41. Lasting impressions, Bo?
Great overall team game by Chico. In order to beat and upset a number 1 seed, you need an all-around good game by multiple players, and we saw that from Chico today.
Now, that's a tough loss for Pleasant Valley, but it does look like, even though they'll have that road game heading into the state tournament next week, what did you really like about their effort tonight?
They kept going. They were down by 12 late in the game, and then they fought back. You always look for that in a championship team. It could spark something under them and really push them forward at that next level after losing this one.
I couldn't agree with you more, Bo. Well, that's going to wrap it up from Acker Gym, where the Chico Panthers defeated the Pleasant Valley Vikings 46-41. We'd like to thank you for joining PlayOnSports.com's coverage of Women's Basketball Championships from Chico, California. Be sure to stay tuned for the second act of our crosstown rivalry as the boys from Chico and Pleasant Valley battle for bragging rights in the northern section in just a few minutes. I'll be alongside Jeff Kurtz in what should be a fantastic duel in another rendition of the hardwood version of the Almond Bowl. From our producer, Jared Nelson, our videographer, Daniel Luna, and my partner, Bo Fertig, I'm Nick Dobis saying so long. We'll hope you join us in just a few minutes. And for all of your high school championships on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.